The show, which played in Raleigh, North Carolina last year, has now made its way to the Tony Award winning Paper Mill Playhouse, a regional theater in Millburn, New Jersey, just about 15 minutes from here. While it's playing locally, the home run for many of the shows that play the Paper Mill is to make it to Broadway. I'm joined by actor James Moye, who plays the character Skip in the production. You might have seen him in one of his astonishing 10 Broadway shows, including Dear Evan Hansen, Aladdin, and Tootsie, and on TV shows like Blacklist and Law and Order: Criminal Intent. Thank you so much for joining us.
So happy to be with you.
At the diner not too far from the Paper Mill Playhouse.
Not too far.
You have done so many Broadway shows in your career. What stands out to you about this production of Bull Durham that is going to excite audiences?
I think it's really just a traditional Broadway musical in all of its best elements. First off, it has a great score by Susan Werner. It's a really kind of rock bluesy score. Josh Burgas, who's done a ton of Broadway shows, his choreography is so athletic. The guys are just jumping all over the place. My knees, my lower back hurts watching them every night. And then it's the movie. If you're a fan of Bull Durham, Bull Durham was such a popular film in the late '80s, and Ron Shelton wrote the book for the musical as well, who was the screenwriter and the director of the movie. So it really is the story of Bull Durham now brought to stage.
Okay, for those not familiar with Bull Durham who might not have seen the 1988 film, including myself, I'm sorry I didn't see it. But you know what? I like to go in fresh with a fresh perspective when I see new shows. So for people who don't know what it's about, can you explain what it's about and who you play?
Sure. It's a story based around the Durham Bulls, which is a minor league baseball team in Durham, North Carolina, and it's a single A baseball team. So it's sort of low level, and most of these guys are not going to make it to the big leagues. But it sort of revolves around this phenomenal talent who is young and brash, and maybe not the smartest guy in the world, and needs some seasoning. And there's the veteran. Crash Davis, who's his catcher, who's been around for a decade, and he's sort of helping to coach him up and mature the kid, and then Annie Savoy, who's played by the great Carmen Cusack, who's unbelievable in the show, and there's a bit of a love triangle. So there's a love story, but it's also set around baseball and people trying to achieve their dreams and just find a way to sort of to get to where you want to go.
And you're Skip?
Yes, and I play Skip. I'm the manager of the baseball team.
The camaraderie right now, in terms of the show playing and baseball at the height of the season right now, what is that dynamic
like? It's been really exciting. I'm a diehard baseball fan. I'm actually a Cubs fan. And last week they were on the elimination game. I was sitting in my dressing room in my uniform, and I was just like, "Please don't let the Cubs lose in the middle of this great baseball musical that I'm a part of right now," because it definitely gets you in the mood for the baseball playoffs. And so many of the guys backstage are Yankees fans, obviously, and so. When we're off stage, everybody's been paying attention to the baseball playoffs. So it's been a kismet having the baseball playoffs going on at the same time as the show.
Yeah, and people you were mentioning, watching the games backstage and they're dressed so there's a lot of excitement for baseball in general. You mentioned Josh Burgas, the choreographer, and this is a baseball musical. For those who don't know, he choreographed Smash on TV. So you got to get the baseball guy to choreograph that show. And the director, Mark Bruni, he directed The Great Gatsby, which played the Paper Mill.
Correct.
So you have the big heavy hitters in this production. What is the importance and significance of that?
Well, I think this is a show that is, I think should make its way to Broadway. It's like I said, it's a wonderful score. Yeah, Mark Bruni, he also directed Beautiful on Broadway, the Carole King story, and so very, very successful. And The Great Gatsby also played a Paper Mill before going to Broadway, and I think we are all hoping that is the path it takes. And I do think the material is there, and Mark is just such a smart director, and Josh's choreography, like I said, that it is so exciting to watch these guys because they are just doing unbelievable amounts of tumbling and just jumping all over the stage. It's
oh my
so
gosh,
fun.
I cannot wait. This show is in New Jersey. It's a limited run until November. But The Great Gatsby, as we talked about, Newsies, A Bronx Tale, all of these shows started at the Paper Mill and then made its way to Broadway. Why is this stop for you in this production such a big deal?
Well, I think Paper Mill is such an interesting place because it actually the size of the theater it really is sort of a Broadway size house, and so it makes it I think easier for a lot of times for shows who are looking to go to Broadway to sort of be able to make the move in, and you have audiences who are really smart theater goers, and so you get a good idea of whether the show has a chance to work on Broadway or not because the Jersey audience. I'm New Jersey too, so the Jersey audiences are the best.
We are the best, and I cannot wait to see an opening night. And the show Bull Durham plays until November 2nd, and tickets are on sale now. Thank you so much, James, for joining us.
Thank you.